thanks so much for tuning into my channel. I appreciate you taking the time to watch these videos. Real quick, this is the look that I did today. It's snow day, and I tend to do kind of dramatic looks on a snow day. So if you want to see how I got this, keep watching. Alright, so we're just going to get right into it. MAC Prep and Prime Skin Base Visage. So this is just my regular foundation primer, just kind of rubbing it all over with my fingertips just to smooth it out. So I'm moving right onto the eyes. I'm going to take a little bit of Omega and a little bit of Wedge, and I am just going to buff that into the crease just to kind of give a little bit of a contour. I already have a deep crease, so if you have less of a crease, you might want to use a darker color and add a little more. Moving on to a MAC pigment. This is just called Tan. Not really an exciting name, but what I usually do is I decant some of it into a smaller container just so it's a little easier to work with because they can get kind of messy. And I just press it into my brush and then I press it onto the lid. And I used to be really hesitant to use pigments, but the more I use them, the more I like them. So this is MAC Naked Lunch. It's just like a pinky, shimmery highlight color. And I'm buffing that on the inner corners of my eye and around the tear duct very, very lightly. Then I'm taking a little more of my contour color. This is a little bit more of Wedge, which is the slightly darker color, and I'm buffing that into the contour again after I've done the tan pigment, but I'm keeping it off the lid and more in the crease. Okay, so now we are on to foundation, and I have to be honest, like my skin right now, because I'm pregnant and it's winter and I never look my best at this time. It's hard to even look at myself on camera without any makeup, but whatever. Gotta just put it out there sometimes. So I'm just buffing in my foundation with my Sigma F80 Kabuki and just kind of getting it in all the main parts of my face and blending it out. I actually used about a pump and a half, a little bit more than I probably usually would if my skin was looking a little better. And this is my khaki eye pencil. This is a Chanel one. I like to use this color because it's kind of like a tan gold, so I line the inner and upper water lines, like tight lining and then getting the bottom water line and a little bit above the lash line, just kind of like in between the lashes. I find that it's just a little less harsh than using a dark brown or a black, but it still gives you like a vampy look. And then I'm going in, I'm taking a little bit of that Wedge and I'm just smudging it underneath and on top just to kind of smoke it out a little bit. But we are adding black winged liner, so this part's not super important to get perfect. So this is a Dior Stilo, like a black Stilo. It's actually more like a dark brown, though it's supposed to be black. And I am just gonna start this is my right eye, so I usually start on my right. I find it's a little easier to do sometimes, and then I make my left eye kind of match it up. And I'm just doing little strokes. Just keep in mind when you're doing this, you don't have to do it perfect the first time. You can just do little strokes and just kind of slowly build it and get it just the way you want it. And you can see I'm just using my bottom lash line as a guide of where to extend the wing. So now every time you do this on a different person or on yourself, you really have to tailor it to the shape of the eye and where the crease happens, because you can see I have a very, very deep crease, so I kind of have to go beyond that, otherwise it can look a little bumpy. And you can see I've caught one of my lashes, so that's why you have that little nick, but I'm gonna fix it and I'm gonna keep building it. So if it doesn't look exactly right by the time I'm done, I can always take a Q-tip and clean it up. But keep in mind, anything with makeup, it's completely reversible, so you can always clean up any kind of mistake that you've made. And I tend to kind of go back and just tweak things so that they look exactly how I want them. So now I just am doing a little bit of concealer. This is just a Studio Finish concealer, which I like especially in the winter. It's a little thicker, and I'm just getting kind of all the main areas where I want to add a little bit of light and a little bit of coverage. And then what I'll do is I'll go back with my same foundation brush and I'll buff it all in. Keep in mind, if you're using a foundation brush like this, you should wash it like every couple of days, minimum once a week. A lot of people don't really wash them, but it's really important to make sure it's really clean. So now just doing the brows with a nice sharp, dark eye pencil. This is a MAC brow pencil, a deep dark brown. So now I'm gonna do a little more in the crease, so I'm just grabbing a warm brown. I can't remember exactly what the name of these colors are because they're on the bottom and I never look at the colors. So if you have any questions about the colors, let me know. Now I'm just doing a little bronzer with my Chanel Bronze Universelle. Actually, no, it's Tan de Chanel now, I think. They might have changed the name, but it's the gel cream kind of bronzer. And I just kind of get any area where the sun might hit just to kind of add a little life to my winter face. This is one of my favorite blushers. And again, if you have any questions about the names of these, I don't know, for some reason when I sit down I can't remember any of the names, but I can get them for you. I can always list them out. Just let me know you want me to list them out and I will do that. So I'm just getting a little bit onto my cheeks. I've already done the bronzer, so I'm not going to need much, but I like this color because it kind of matches the eye makeup. It's all kind of like monochromatic. Same with this lipstick. It's kind of all in the same kind of color family, so nothing's really crazy because it's kind of all blends together. So now I'm getting this gold pigment, which is just another pigment that MAC makes, and I'm using this as a little bit of a highlighter. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. What I did off camera was I added some mascara and false lashes, and then I went back with that liquid eyeliner pen and I just kind of covered up where you can kind of see where the fake lash meets the natural lash, which you kind of have to do sometimes with like these more vampy sets of lashes. These are a very thick set, so they needed a little bit of like fixing at the end. So this is the whole look. I also added some lipstick, which I have used in several videos. This is just a Tom Ford, kind of like a brownie, like pinky brownie kind of nudie color. But I hope you like the look. Let me know what you think, and thanks for watching.